Hello, I'm Cindy Polici. I'm one of the on-track coordinators at Tigard High School, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the freshman experience. Normally, I would be doing this presentation in front of all of you in our gym and being ready to greet you at the door, but unfortunately, right now, that's not possible. We want to make sure that everybody can stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe. So I'll be walking you through this presentation from my home. I hope you find it informative, and I look forward to meeting you all in person as soon as possible.
Tigard High School's mission statement is to build relationships, engage students, and create an equitable community to foster diverse, lifelong learners. And we have a great administrative team to lead us in that mission. Brian Bailey is our principal. Tyler Davila, Lisa Daly, and Angelita Miller are our 3 associate principals. Michael Shear and Holly Paris are the deans of student. And Alan Boschma is our athletic director. We have 6 counselors at Tigard High School. They divide the student body by the first letters of their last name. And if you are curious to see who your student's counselor is going to be, most likely for the next 4 years, go ahead over to the Tigard High School homepage and you could see the alpha breakdown by counselor. I'm one of the on-track coordinators here, and we have a second one, Najwa Swalem. We are 100% focused on the success of every freshman at Tigard High School. Being successful is a challenge for everybody. Not only are they transitioning from a school that they've been at for the last 3 years, but we're asking them to be more independent as well. So we want to make sure that every student is able to develop a routine to be successful. The first step of that routine is to attend every single class as much as possible. We expect every student to attend 90% of the time or more, and what that translates to per day is no more than 10 total absences for the entire school year. That includes doctor's appointments, dentist appointment, family vacations, etc. We need them here in order to learn. School is about learning to be successful, so we want to make sure that your student and you are participating in a reflection process to make sure that they are continually trying to do better. If they worked on a project and they got a C, but they really wanted a B, we want them to change their behavior and reflect on that so they can get that better grade next time. Speaking of B's, we want to make sure that every single person at our school is striving for B's or better. That's an adopted motto. And we want to make sure that in order for students to have future opportunities that I'll get to in a little bit, like free community college, that they do strive for those B's or better, and I'll explain that in a future slide. The best way to do that is to not accept any zeros, so we want no missing work for any of our students. In recent conversations with our freshman teachers, they basically told me that it is impossible to fail their course if a student turns in every single assignment. So it is incredibly important that everything gets turned in to each teacher before the end of the marking period. This last bullet point here is to get off the phone and into the books. I use that in quotes. Obviously, right now we're doing a lot of things online using Google Classroom, but there is definitely a difference between academic work online and socializing online. Or sometimes even just not even socializing, but getting into a YouTube rabbit hole where you suddenly are watching a video of a hippopotamus in a zoo. So just know that the screen can be helpful, but it can also be hurtful as well. The last thing I want to touch on is the great staff we have here at Tigard High School for our freshmen. They want to help your student be successful. They want to make sure that they have a positive experience for their freshman year. So at any point, please feel free to contact any of our freshman teachers. They're here to help. Online forecasting is starting on Monday, April 6th for both Tuolity and Fowler students. If you have a student who's transitioning from 8th grade at either Fowler or Tuolity, they'll have a window from the 6th to the 17th to do online forecasting. There's going to be an accompanying video that the counseling department is putting out with this one to walk you guys through how to forecast online step by step. It's all done through Student View. And again, there will be a very critical, important video coming out to accompany this one that will walk you through that process. Every single student needs to select 8 credits. That's going to include required courses and 5 alternates. If you are not coming from a TTSD school, if you're coming from a private school or out of town, you're going to need to make an appointment with our registrar, Donna Kirkering, at the phone number you see here on the screen, or you can email her directly at her email address. Again, this is only for non-TTSD students. That's going to be by appointment only. You're probably wondering what courses your freshmen are going to be required to take. Every single freshman will take an English class. They will take biology as their science. They'll take a math class that's going to be based off of what math they took in 8th grade and how successful they were. World history. And this year we have a brand new wheel, also known as the Career Exploration Pathways classes. So students are going to get a wide variety of classes that they're going to get exposed to help them navigate what pathway they want to continue on through their elective choices in later years. If your student needs an intervention class or a special education class or a language support class, that will also be a required course, and that will be put in their schedule by their counselor. You can see the class of 2024, their schedule and credit load and the required courses and the recommendation of Health 1 is what their 8 total courses will be. The new career exploration, it's also called the wheel, you can see here by the infographic. Basically, every single freshman is going to take these 8 classes. The 8 classes are digital storytelling, auto upkeep, design and build, setting the stage, studio art, imagination and expression, leading for change, getting down to business, and creative music workshop. What we hope each student is going to get is a wide variety of exposure, and every single class is focused around the skills of collaboration, critical thinking, creative problem solving, active listening, and innovation. All of the classes are skills-based classes. All of them are project-based classes, and really what we're trying to do is get every single one of our students exposed to a possible career track that they would like to explore further. Here's an example of what your student's schedule would look like, and you can see that they have 8 classes, several electives, foreign language possibly, PE, math, English, biology, and world history. And what does that mean for your student's day-to-day? Well, what that means is that your student will have 4 classes. So periods 1 through 4 happen on what we call an A day, and period 5 through 8 happen on a B day. We alternate A days and B days. Each class is 90 minutes long. And like I said, you have 4 classes each day. So in order to help students balance what's going on, we have a 10-minute passing time in between those 90-minute classes. The good news is about our A and B day schedule, it just flip-flops back and forth. Even if we have a 3-day weekend, if we left that Friday on an A day, that next Tuesday would be a B day. And if you ever lose track, don't worry about it. Everybody in the school follows the same A and B day schedule. So everybody in the hallways will know if it's an A or a B day. We post that signage around the office. So if you ever forget, just ask anybody. We're here to help. How is freshman year going to be different from 8th grade? Well, here are a few things that I know for sure will be different. You're going to have 8 classes, which is more classes than you had in middle school. Each class will be 90 minutes. That's almost twice as long as your middle school experience. You have way more elective options. Like I said, you're going to be taking those 8 different classes. You're going to be learning a lot of different things this year, and probably every single freshman's dream come true. You have 10-minute passing times, which is twice as long to get from one class to another, which means you have twice as much time to talk to your friends, to use the bathroom, to check in with any teachers, but it also means that there's no reason you should be tardy to any of your classes. You've heard me mention credits, you saw it on the other screen, so what are they, and how come you've heard that high school really counts? Well, in high school, in order to get a diploma at the end of your 4 years, you have to attain 26 credits. That is our Tigard Tualatin School District requirement. You are going to be taking 8 classes your freshman year. You can continue to take 8 classes every year for all 4 years, which gives you the opportunity to earn 32 credits. In order to be on track to graduate, you need to earn at least 6.5 credits this year. A full year course counts as 1 credit, and a half year course is 0.5. How do we keep track of all of this? If you're taking 32 possible classes through 4 years, we have a single document that tracks your completed courses, all of your grades, and it's called a transcript. Also on Student View, if you go to course history, that's a really important place for you to get familiar with because it tracks all of your credits and credit requirements with a really nice infographic to help you understand how many credits you need in each area in order to graduate. So credits are incredibly important in high school. Even if you attend all 4 years, if you have 25 credits at the end of that 4 years, you're not going to graduate. So we want to make sure you know what you need and when you need it. A lot of students ask, is freshman year important? The resounding answer to that is yes. So it is the most predictive event in your life that indicates if you are going to graduate on time. Why is that so important? Well, a high school diploma gives you a lot more choice in life as far as careers and jobs go. It also offers you more pay for those jobs. So even if you have bad grades, bad test scores, how you do freshman year supersedes all of those things, and it really does give us a good baseline if you're going to graduate on time with your peers or not. GPA, that stands for grade point average. This is a way for us to track how you've done over time. So how you do your freshman year impacts your GPA your senior year. So we add up all of your class grades over the 4 years and you get this magic number called a GPA. GPA is probably the most important number that you will have to know over the next 4 years because with your GPA, you have many opportunities here in the state of Oregon. I don't know if you guys like free stuff, but I know I sure do. First thing up here is the Oregon Promise. It is a tuition grant, which means it's free money that you get and you don't have to pay back. If you have a cumulative GPA of 2.5 or higher, and you plan on attending an Oregon community college within 6 months of graduation, the state of Oregon will pay your tuition for you. That's right, you get 2 free years at community college with a GPA of a 2.5 or better. So what is a 2.5? Well, a C is a 2.0 and a B is a 3.0. So that means that you have to have somewhere in between a C and a B average in order to take advantage of this. If you would like to go to a 4-year university and you live in the state of Oregon and you are Pell Grant eligible and you graduate with a 3.2 GPA or higher, you can go to PSU, that's Portland State University, for all 4 years tuition free. That's right, you can go to a 4-year university with a 3.2 GPA or higher. Now, you might be thinking to yourself that it might be difficult to get a 3.2. That's why our motto is B's or better. So if you get all B's, that is a 3.0. All you need is a couple of A's in there, and an A in PE counts as much as an A in biology. So it is very possible, and we have a lot of graduates from Tigard High School go on to PSU and they have their tuition paid for. So freshman year is important because your grades count right away for these 2 opportunities. And I always tell my students, don't let 14-year-old you make a mistake that 18-year-old you has to pay for. So please keep this in mind from day one of freshman year. My favorite thing about being at Tigard High School is the sense of community. So we have something for everybody. We have sports, we have speech and debate, we have performing arts programs, we have over 40 clubs, and I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever been to a Tigard High School football game, then you will know for sure that we have the best cheering section in the state. So I am so excited to welcome you into our community, and I can't wait to see your faces on day 1 of freshman orientation day, and I can't wait to see you the last day of freshman year as you become one of our community members who has found their place, who has found their people, and who has found success. As I said, we have over 40 clubs. Here's a list of the clubs that we had this school year. There is something for everybody. So if you are a person who wants to give back to the community, if you want to do philanthropy or community service, we have clubs for that. If you like speech and debate, maybe you really like to argue with your parents and you want to take your skills to the next level, we've got that for you. If you want to be a future millionaire, anybody out there? We've got that for you too. Maybe you're just into more low-key things like bowling or maybe calligraphy. We have that too. So feel free to take a look at this list on your own. I'm not going to list them all off, but know that we have something for everybody, and everybody is invited to join as many clubs as they want to be in. P.S. It also looks really great on a transcript. If you have a future athlete, Tigard High athlete, it's important to know that every single freshman athlete needs a physical before they can participate in a sport freshman year. Even if they had a physical at the spring of 8th grade, that's not going to be good enough. So if you need to use the student-based health center, that's right on our campus. We have doctors, we take insurance there. If they need a physical, they can get a physical here on campus. Please know that there are grade requirements for OSAA. That's our athletic organization in the state. You have to be taking at least 5 classes and passing at least 5 classes. So if you're a fall athlete, how you do in 8th grade really does matter, especially quarter 4. So if you are planning to be a new Tiger athlete, please make sure that you get that physical and that your grades are good enough for you to participate. In addition to a rigorous athletic program, we have a rigorous academic program. So we have an expectation that our students are maintaining a good academic standing in order to participate, but if you are a person who wants an even greater academic challenge, we have honors courses. We have dual credit courses. That means that while you're taking the course at Tigard High School, you're earning college credit. We have an honor school, and we also have an international baccalaureate program. So please check out the Tigard High School homepage for our curriculum guide for our honor school. Also, check out our Tigard High School homepage and click the Academics tab. And our IB coordinator, Mr. Savage, has a ton of information on there. So if you are interested in having an International Baccalaureate diploma or you just want to take some IB classes, please go over to our homepage and check out that detailed information that Mr. Savage has up there for you to learn about. Over the summer, you're going to be getting a packet in the mail. It's going to be talking about the times and places for our students to get their ID cards, to get their locker assignment and combination, to get a draft schedule, and to pay any fees. Again, because of the situation going on right now, we're not sure if the majority of that is going to be online or if it's going to be able to be in person, but that information will be coming in the mail over the summer. Closing out, I've got a few pieces of advice for students. So students, find your people when you're at high school. If you have a dream of being in our business program or our leadership program, I say find those people and hang out with those people. If you have a dream of being an honor student for all 4 years, or maybe you want to have a 4.0 for 4 years, find those people and hang out with those people. If you want to be in our Super Smash video game club, find those people and hang out with those people. The second thing is your teachers. Your teachers are always your people. So please make sure that you're talking to them. Don't be scared to hang out after class and ask them questions. I know it's paining a lot of teachers right now to be away from their students and to be out of their classrooms and to be out of the building. So please know that we're here for you. Every single teacher wants to help. If one teacher is having a hard time getting in touch with you, then you should be reaching out to them. Please create a routine for yourself, how you take notes, what time you study at home, how you keep notes in a planner when things are due, whether it's a digital planner like Google Calendar or you're using an old school pen and paper. Please make a routine for yourself. Be plugged into school, know what's happening, go to dances, participate. The more things you're plugged into at school, the more likely you are to be successful at school. So get plugged in, stay tuned in. Yes, freshman year is challenging. Yes, transitioning to high school is challenging, but please know that tens of thousands of students have been Tigard High School freshmen. They have thrived, and you can do it too. Here's my advice for parents. So the first thing is freshmen are not mini adults. Don't let them manage everything on their own. Yes, they should be managing some things on their own, but it's up to you to make sure that you're helping where they need help. Know who they're hanging out with. Ask questions. Sit down at the dinner table together or sit down in the car and talk to them. Car talks with kids are some of the best talks. Stay involved. Ask to see assignments. Ask to see completed assignments. If they're telling you they don't have any homework and they've been telling you that for days on end, they are no longer being 100% truthful with you. Check their phones. Take it from them. Do a quick phone quiz. See what's going on. See the type of people that they're hanging out with on their phone. Check their TikToks. Check their snaps. Check all of it. You want to make sure that you know what's going on. Try to set boundaries around sleeping, nutrition, and socializing. And like I said, both on social media and in person. Follow our social media. We have a Twitter account. We have Facebook. You can download the Blackboard app and select Tigard High School. And please make sure you're contacting teachers whenever you want. Email. Make sure you're on Parent View. If you are on Parent View already for your 8th grader, know that it rolls over. You don't have to do anything special. Keep up to date on what's happening at high school. Get involved and contact teachers whenever needed. We're here to help you. We're here to help your student, and we really look forward to getting to meet every single one of you. If you do want to get more involved, we have a great booster club. We have a mentor program. Every junior and senior in our high school is assigned a community mentor, and they meet multiple times throughout the school year to talk about what their after-school plans are and to help them get any internship opportunities, volunteer opportunities, and things like that. We have a multicultural parent group. You can volunteer at the school. We have a site council where parent participation is required and desired. And lastly, we have a parent-student organization that you are more than welcome to learn about. We have a link to most of these things on our homepage. Like I said, if you already have Parent View, then don't worry, it's going to roll over. If you need an account, go ahead and contact our counseling office secretary for access when your student is ultimately enrolled. And on our Blackboard app, you're going to look for Tigard Tualatin SD. Also on Twitter, you can follow us at Tigard Tigers. Last thing is just we want to welcome you to our community. We've got a brand new building that you're going to be a part of christening in the fall. We are excited to see you. I will see you at orientation day. I'll be the person running that, and I really hope that we're all there together in the fall. Like I said, last thing is you want to look for that THS forecasting for incoming freshman sister video to go along with this. I hope this illuminated what your freshman year is going to be like and how it's different from middle school and why it's so important. I look forward to meeting you all. Again, have a great day.